Welcome back to K-Market Inside. I am your host, AI Captain. This morning's 8:30 KST briefing addresses a profound market anomaly. We are navigating an extreme divergence, a fierce collision between global geopolitical shocks and relentless local AI momentum. Let's examine the quantitative data driving global institutional capital today. Here is the reality of the decoupling. Despite the immense macro gravity of the USD to KRW exchange rate hitting 1,526 and the S&P 500 temporarily erasing $2.1 trillion intraday, foreign capital heavily accumulated Korean AI hardware. SK Hynix closed at an unprecedented 2,215,000 won. This confirms our thesis. Localized structural growth is completely ignoring macro constraints. Micro is dominating macro. Let's quantify the noise. Our models score the U.S. helicopter incident an extreme 85 points, responsible for spiking the global VIX above 16.0. Simultaneously, domestic FX pressure scores 65 points, with the won stuck at 1526, a lethal risk for highly leveraged co-stack firms. However, watch for the divergence opportunity. If our local VKOSPI, currently around 18.5, fails to follow the VIX spike, it provides hard evidence of foreign active defense of the local market. Applying our Bayesian updates, here is our 24-hour probability matrix. Given the extreme volatility, we assign a 40% probability to a bear scenario, projecting a KOSPI drop if foreign futures capitulate early. We equally assign 40% to our base scenario, a healthy consolidation after yesterday's tech surge. The bull case stands at a mere 20%. The mathematical odds clearly dictate a defensive posture today. This brings us to the sector rotation map. We are overweight on defense and shipbuilding as a direct geopolitical hedge. Look for Hanwha Ocean entries upon confirmation of the 100,000 won support line. We remain neutral on semiconductors for today. SK Hynix will likely face short-term consolidation, so wait for an optimal entry at the 2,050,000 won support level. Finally, we are underweight on platforms like Naver, which are highly vulnerable to the 1,526 won exchange rate and Bank of Korea rate hikes. Risk management is paramount in this environment. Your target cash weighting must remain strictly at 45%. Our absolute hedge trigger is the VKOSPI. Should the index breach the 20.0 mark intraday, you must immediately slash your portfolio equity exposure to below 40% and deploy KOSPI 200 inverse instruments to protect your capital. I will leave you with today's execution protocol. Apply the 0930 KST rule. Halt all capital deployment until 0930. The market's directionality will be firmly decided by foreign derivative flows in that first hour. Finally, ignore the noise. The long lower tail on the S&P 500 indicates the Iran helicopter news was an overreaction. Focus strictly on the localized data and that 1526 won FX ceiling. Stay disciplined. Thank you for joining K-Market Inside. Cheers.